Be- What's going on? What's up,
We
Minnie?
got Corey. I'm so excited, y'all. Y'all know what this is. Look, you watching 10 Worship with your girl Mion and Corey. And for those of you who for some reason is just now joining in with us, let me let you know what 10 Worship is. This is an amazing platform where we celebrate some of the best artists that you could possibly think of. I mean, we don't we think about the good things about the artist, and that's what we want to share with y'all. We want to give y'all that good Southern tea. And then we want to leave you, of course, with some amazing worship from our guests. Ain't that right, Corey?
That is right. And not only do we have amazing guests, but we have amazing viewers like you. And we could not do this thing without you. We thank you so much for your support. But we want you to continue your support by liking this video, by subscribing, by ringing that bell so you can get the reminders. And just make sure you keep following us on social media as well and following The Hope TV so that you can get all the content that we have to give to you so you don't miss a moment of the tea and the good worship. All right. So without further ado, Minnie, can we just get into this good tea? Can we do that?
Absolutely. I'm excited about the guests that we have today. I mean, what better way to continue celebrating Black History Month than by bringing on one of gospel's legends? I mean, some of my favorite albums and songs that I can remember is definitely one is Colorblind, Strength, Show Up, Not Guilty. I mean, the list goes on and on. And Stand, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. I grew up singing The Anointing, okay? My name was Sheila, okay? Growing up. So look, I'm sure y'all know who I'm about to bring onto this TM Worship platform. The one and only John P. Key.
Woo!
Hi, Uncle John.
What's up, baby girl? You good?
I am wonderful, wonderful. So glad to have you with us today. I know your schedule is crazy. I should know that your schedule is crazy, but you have taken out time today to get on this platform with us and share a little bit of your journey with us. So we're gonna jump right in. Come on, Corey, let's go.
All right. All right. Now, Pastor John, like Mignon said, thank you so much for joining us on Ten Worship. I mean, this is huge. This is huge for us. So now this is probably a crazy question, but I don't know the answer to this, and Mignon didn't know the answer to this. But John P. Key is your name, but what does the P stand for?
The P actually stands for Prince. Dr. Scott and Brian Scott, years ago when I signed my first deal, they ran with it and started the Prince of Gospel, but that's where it came from. Lizzie and John named me John Prince Key.
Wow. I told him, I said, it's gotta be Paul or John Paul Key. I would have never thought Prince, but it suits you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I want to
thank
share
you.
I want to share a little bit of my experience as a kid coming to the John P. Key concerts.
Mhm.
I mean, it was like watching Michael Jackson. It was like, oh wow, like to be able to see John P. Key running to the front of the stage. And then my most memorable moments were running after that bus. That bus was like the way to heaven. And I tried everything I possibly could to get on that bus. And I never could get on that. But I remember standing at the bottom and like looking in and like, it's got to be gold on there. It's got to be gold on this bus. It just shows you how much we've looked up to you. And I mean, we just
Right.
want to say thank you for all that you have done, all that you have shared, throughout your journey. It's definitely been an inspiration
Mhm.
to us. I'm not going to keep talking because I love talking. But what I want to know, your heart is so big. What prompts you to give the way that you give? Everybody comes to your show ready for that money bag. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks for
Right,
that
right,
money
right.
bag. Your heart is so huge. What is behind your purpose of giving like that?
I came to Atlanta one time and my bus broke down, and there was a bishop. His name slips me. I'm gonna get his name because we got to find it. He fixed my bus and he had a broadcast at 6 o'clock. And after fixing the bus, he gave me $100 bill. When he gave me the $100 bill, he told me, wherever you go, wherever you minister, always bless somebody. And then I came from a really giving grandmother, 16 children in the house. She would feed people we didn't even know. So I started out of the gate giving. Bishop Price was his name. We got to find him. I believe he's still alive, but I got to go and pay his house off or something because he started this. And I tell you what, it's been a blessing to me. Joseph Price, that's his name. Bishop Joseph Price. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow, that is awesome. Now, as Mignon mentioned, a lot of your work, a lot of your songs and your albums, I was telling her prior to us today that the youth choir that I sang with, if we did a concert, half of the concert was probably John P. Key songs. Like literally half of the concert was full of your songs. And one thing that I feel like you kind of influenced in my mind is that sound of mixing traditional sounds with contemporary music. Like you kind of just meshed them together so beautifully. But what influenced you to do that in your own music?
I came from Cameo. I came from Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds. I came from Peter Frampton. I mean, and all these were secular artists. And whenever I had a love for traditional music, but then, I had a love for jazz. I had a love for hip hop. I always did, just enjoy music. So to fuse them all together was actually a gift. And when I would do it, I would actually be just amazed because they never knew what category. Out of all of the 24, 25 stellars that I have, some of them would be for traditional one year, then I would get a contemporary one the next year. So I'm just grateful that I was able to impact not just your traditional listeners, but young people at the time who enjoy contemporary music.
That's incredible. You posted something not too long ago about your journey with Cameo and what all you've been able to do. Can you just share like your experience with him and why you've done some of the things that you've done concerning that area, the ministry that you've done in that area?
Well, I was in a competitive mode. They discovered that I had a little gift around 11 years old. So I went to North Carolina School of the Arts. So I graduated at 14 years old. And after graduating, I moved to Cali. Well, I moved back home, and my daddy said, "You're not grown, boy. If you can't be home at 11 o'clock, you got to skate." So I skated to the West Coast. And I learned so much, and I was able to do so much. I was music director for Phyllis Hyman at the NCO clubs when I was 15 years old. So having that experience at that age was good for me, and it allowed me even today to be in a position where I can still reach the masses or reach people that enjoy music. Period.
Man,
Oh my goodness. I did not know that you worked with Phyllis Hyman. That's
right?
I
okay.
did.
See, that's even more reason for you being like who you are. Wow. So we know that you have influenced so many different people, and a lot of people have worked with you,
Right.
like Lowell Pye, Isaac Caree, Zagardi Cortez, Mignon Sarton. Um, are you the
Yeah,
person who first gave Zacardi his start in the gospel music?
absolutely. Cardi was so bad when he was little. He was a little cursing kid from Houston, and his mom literally dropped him off at my doorstep. So I raised Cardi. When Cardi say I'm his dad, a lot of people think that's jokes, but that ain't jokes. I had to whoop Cardi. Yeah, man, now that's the interview us together because I would expose him. But he's a great kid now. He's really gotten it together. I'm so proud of him. But Cardi, LaJune Thompson, so many people, James Fortune, and I don't know if these people say it publicly, but they got their start in the VIP conference. So I got a crew behind me. So many people. Micah Stampley was a director. I didn't even know he could sing. So quite a few people and quite a few musicians got their feet wet with Uncle John.
Can I drop my son off at your door? I need
Right at the
y'all.
door. Hey, if you don't mind me saying, I was talking to, I call her baby niece, but I was talking to Mignon the other day. And I don't know what he was talking about, but her son just kept saying, "And John P. Key." And then we gonna probably say John P. Key. I was
Yeah.
getting so tickled. So yeah, you can drop him off.
If there's not a day that doesn't go by that they go, Mom, you talk to Uncle John today? Like, yes, I talk to Uncle John every morning. He's going to school. Mom, Uncle John. Like, I know. I'm behind on some work. I gotta go to the
That's the
studio.
truth. Look. And that's the truth. That's the truth because it's amazing how I hear them talking, and we'll be talking business about a song or about a track or about a background vocal. And I just keep hearing my name and I get so tickled. And you can tell it's real. It's nothing she's telling them to do because she's trying to have a conversation. So that's good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My burning question is, who is Rufus? Who is that voice? Who is in the body of Rufus?
Are you kidding me? Do I have to give that up? Listen, I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to tell you all why y'all have me. Nothing is off limits. Nothing. You can ask me anything. But Rufus is me and Cardi. Cardi sometimes me. But we are the voice of
I kn-
Rufus. And he's coming
I-
back. He's coming back with
Woo!
a vengeance. He's coming back.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I knew it. We used to play a
Yeah.
game. Me and my brothers, my sister, we would
Yeah.
play a game to guessing who is Rufus. And I won. I'm telling them I won because I knew it. I said, that's gotta be John. I said, and it's gotta be Cardi. It's gotta be. It's
Yeah.
gotta be. So I
And you won.
Oh my God. That's crazy because you did say that. You were like, I know it's a Cardi. I know it is. Now, we
Mm.
talked about, these artists that you influence. And honestly, in my mind,
Yeah.
there is no Kurt Franklin. There is no Hezekiah Walker.
Right.
There is no Donald Lawrence without John P. Key.
Right.
But who
Right.
is it that you would say majorly influenced you as an artist?
It's amazing. Mignon and I are working on a very, very important project right now. It's the Rance Allen Tribute Project. Rance was just there for me. My dad had just died. I just met him, and he just sold so many nuggets in me. I know we've got time constraints, but he was just the one that I looked up to. I look at gospel artists now, so many of them trying to get on, stay on, doing what they can do to get likes, everything from taking their clothes off to flipping in circles. Rance was the opposite. His humility that you saw was genuine. His unfeigned faith. He just taught me a lot about being an artist and being committed to the game, understanding what you were supposed to do, when you were supposed to do it. So we took a big loss when he left. He also plays my father in my dad's movie. So we're super excited about that as well.
Yeah. Look, we're gonna stick a pin in it right here. Y'all, look, don't go anywhere. Get your notebook out, get your pen, because when we come back,
Yeah.
we're gonna ask John an important question that I'm sure will help you guys in your career to come. So stay tuned.
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah. Y'all heard him. We'll be back with the great John P. Key.
Today we are talking about caregiving while Black. Specifically, we're talking about dementia today.
My mom was the glue, if you will. It took all of us coming together, and it wasn't an easy coming together. Sometimes there was a lot of disagreement in what needed to be done. But when it came to my mom and the things that she needed to improve her outcomes, we came together and made it happen.
We've got a great topic, a serious topic that a lot of us don't talk about. So today we're talking about coping with infant loss.
Because of this process, I am an advocate for counseling, therapy, family, go get your healing. And a lot of times, in the African American community, it's becoming more popular. But I was like, this has never happened to me before. I'm going to try something new.
I'll say this, if you are a woman who is trying again after a loss, it's important that you find a provider that you're really comfortable with. And also, as Tiffany said, coupled with therapy is really going to be key in getting you through your next pregnancy.
Okay, y'all, welcome back to Tea and Worship with your girl, Miana Corey. Look, y'all see who we got, the one and only John P. Key. And before we went to commercial, he was just sharing how Rance Allen inspired him. But what I want to ask John P. Key today is, a lot of people define success as having awards and having all this money and all of that. But can you define for you what success has been?
Success to me is being a good father, being a good husband, being a good friend, and we miss out on so much of that. I never believed the hype with the industry. We're living in an age now where we're getting ready to start streaming, and I got issue with it because I just enjoyed ministry being ministry. And now this last week they put all the lights in and the cameras, and I'm sitting in there like, really, is this where we're going? But I get it and I understand it because church will never be what we knew it to be. So I think when I define success, it's the song I haven't written, it's the dinner I haven't taken my daughters to, it's the game I haven't hung out with my sons. It's just the corny stuff. Me fishing. I'm the corniest cat in the world, but I see it as being what I define as success.
I want to say, I know Corey's going to jump in, but I know, like, for me, we recently interviewed Candy West, and she asked me a question like, "What is my?"
I want to meet her. I want to meet
You
her.
do?
I want to meet her.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. But she asked me what was my fear, and I told her failure. Failing, and so she told me to redefine what success is, because for me, for so long, because of how people view me and what they expect from me, I expect the success to be having a record. I've been working on one record for 10 years. I just felt like I'm failing. I'm failing myself. I'm failing others. But she told me how to change my view of success. So that's why I asked you that question, because a lot of times people have a one way of what success is, but success is so many different things, and like you said, the small things. So that's why I wanted you to share that, because a lot of times we just got to change the way we view what success really is. And what I want you to share.
Let me jump in.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me jump in real quick. And not to put you out there, but you went through something a few weeks ago with in the industry. And I just wanted to come through the phone and shake you and say, stop it. Because you have such a heart for people. I mean, and I need everybody to know it's not fake with her. She loves really hard. And it was almost, I'm her Uncle John for real. I was literally almost telling her, get over it and let's move on. But you want to make sure that everybody's cool. So I want to use that situation to encourage everybody that's watching. Everybody's not going to be cool. Everybody's not going to agree. But at the end of the day, when you know you're commanded, you're called, ekklesis in Greek, and it means to be invoked and invited. You've been invoked and invited to this party. And at the end of the day, nobody can cancel your invitation. You're on point, you're on purpose, and that's why I love you. Let's go.
I love you too, for that reason right there.
Yeah.
But he told no lies, because Mignon, you do have a huge heart for people, and like we are protective
Wow.
over her because we don't want nobody, we can't have nobody messing with our Minnie. Now, Pastor Key, for those that are watching that may not know, you're definitely most people know that you're the pastor of New Life Community Church. But could you give us like a little bit of the story of how that church came to be? Because I think it's such an interesting story.
Absolutely, and I'm gonna fly with it. We actually started as a street ministry. Well, before that, I moved to the neighborhood. I was the local pharmacist for about 3.5 years. I sold drugs in the neighborhood, and God saved me in the same neighborhood. This is amazing testimony, especially because of what's going to happen tomorrow. He saved me on the street, I never wanted to come back to this neighborhood to pastor. I wanted somewhere else. I wanted to be fresh. I wanted a new start. But I ended up buying all the hood and the land that surrounded it. And right where I sold drugs, I say it like this: where I poison is where I pastor. So God bless us. We've been here now 22 years, and what a blessing. We've been here 22 years, and on tomorrow, I get to drop from the sky a huge receipt. We have paid off everything, 1.79 million. We don't have no debt nowhere. Who gets to live to say that? We've paid it all off. And it's because there's no overhead. I've never taken a salary as a pastor. We don't have a bunch of salaries, a bunch of bank accounts, and I'm not dogging anybody else's church. You do you. But we were able to pay out in this lifetime, and we're going to begin to build real affordable housing right across the street real soon.
Woo! Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measures,
Yeah.
pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give into your bosom.
I'm
That
in
is the
running
result.
over stage.
Woo! And look, and I'm receiving some of it. Huh?
Yeah, amen.
Give God praise.
Right.
That is amazing, Unc. Like I was just about to ask you what is happening tomorrow. I was about to tell you spill that tea, but you
Yeah.
shared it. It's incredible. Congratulations to you
Thank
on
you.
that. You're doing all of this incredible stuff, and it's clear that you are a family man, you pastor, you sing. How do you prioritize? How do you balance it all?
Good question. I was talking to you the other day, and you made me laugh when you said, "What is that?" I said, "Go on and get you a little nap." So, what is a nap? Um, I include everybody. I include my kids. I've been blessed with 2 pit bulls, and those are my sons. I raised them. They cover me, but they're just good young men. They're home at 9 with no desire to go out in the street. I'm nervous sometimes because it's so in order, but I include my family. And I want to say this, and I'm gonna offer it on the show. It's no secret. I went through a major divorce a few years ago, and I really thought it was over for me. But God's given me my life back, and so I'm able to work with co-parenting like superhumans. And it's just I'm in a good space right now, and I think it's because I make that time. Mignon, I work 24/7 in the studio, but I know when to shut it down. I know when to go and be with family. So everybody's a part of what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
amazing. So, I feel like we live in a world now where artists come out and they hot for 5 minutes and then you don't hear from them again. Or, they do 1 or 2 albums. It's just like, what happened to that
Come
person?
on, Corey.
But you have stayed in the game, for all this time. How in the world have you maintained this longevity? Because it just doesn't happen for everybody.
Corey, that's one of the great. You just won nephew status on that question. Um, First of all, with the artists, we gotta be nice to people. Man, it's just so many artists that feel they've arrived and they're better than, and that hurts my heart because you don't last with that. You will be a one-hit wonder. One way I've been relevant is I'm working with Mignon. I'm working with Sir the Baptist. I'm working with I'm working with so many artists and so many people that keep me fresh. And then if you go back to Not Guilty, I'm paying some publishing that I still have a problem with. Master P and some of that groove from New Orleans. John P. Key was doing that 25 years ago. So, I've always stayed current, and that's allowed me to be a blessing. Zaytoven is my nephew out of Atlanta. We're doing some work right now. Mignon and I did some work with him the other night on my project. So staying current, staying open-minded, being nice and kind to people. You'll be in the game a long time. I got a few more years. And then my catalog that I have not released is huge. So we'll be Mignon will tell you we produced and worked on songs, and she's probably wondering when in the world is that coming out. We don't know. We constantly work.
Your catalog truly is huge. I mean, John will say, "Think you do these vocals to this?" And I'll be like,
Yesterday.
that was like 5 months ago. I don't remember. I can't remember. But I mean, you
No,
have
no,
a
Right. She first said no. No. I was, yeah, you did. You did do this.
He has a trick, and you have a key to this thing, and it's
Yeah.
incredible. Like all of it's like your plans, your technique is so incredible, and I be trying to figure out why is he doing 12 versions of one song. Like, why is like, what is your key? How does your mind process? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
That is good. That's good. And I need every artist that's listening to write this down. My mind says reinvent, 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 reinvent. We just got to reinvent it. And a lot of times, Mignon, with the 12 songs, or the 17 to be exact, let me thank you again. Keeps flipping it on you, because you did a major job. I want you to listen to that whole project and say, "Oh my God, that's me," because I was snatching parts out. But I wanted to see. I was producing one song, and I gave it to 17 people. I let everybody do the whole song so I could get little pieces. Everybody blazed. So I said, "Why don't I drop everybody?" So we're excited to see what those numbers were. But we really believe that that was a successful project.
Look, I'm excited. Every time I hear or see something that I've done with John, it just blows my mind. And I just can't help but say, God, thank you. Because if somebody would told me 20 years ago, hey, you're gonna be working with him, I wouldn't have believed it. I would not have believed it. But I can say it has been an honor. It has been a privilege. I mean,
Yeah.
it has been a
Yeah.
joy to work with you and then to introduce you to my children, and now they
Yeah.
know Uncle John. They know Uncle John's music. They sing his music. They play his music. They look forward to coming into the studio and hearing what I'm doing and just giving them the history on who John P. is. It's almost like they grew up with you, and so it's just been an
Right.
honor and a privilege. And I just thank you for trusting me and including me in your journey. Look, y'all, we got to shoot to one more commercial and we'll be back with my Unc, John P. Key. See y'all in a minute.
Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
That's a win, I guess.
Welcome back to Tea and Worship with your girl, Mignon and Corey. And of course, our favorite Unc, John P. Key. We have something very special for you today, Unc. We have a part of this, what we do is called Church That Hook. Okay, and what we do is we choose a song that's not
Okay.
gospel, it's not your Christian song. We're gonna choose the
Okay.
song and you take it and you're going to sing it your way, your view of what church is. That could be quartet, it can be churchy, it could be CCM, whatever's church to you. So the first song we have is Al Green's Love and Happiness.
So I gotta go. Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Loving Jesus makes you feel so good inside. Love and happiness. Go ahead. Next, please.
Okay. We're gonna give another green. Let me see. Let's do the eyes.
I'm hollering.
Let's go to the eyes.
Okay. Okay.
For the love of you.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. That's why I'm living for the love of you. Oh, that's why I'm living for the love of your minion. Yeah.
Yes. And you know what? It's not a John P. Key song or record when he don't do that. If he don't do that, do not forget that from. If he don't do that, tell the Lord, do not take you until you hear that from John P. Key. Okay? All right.
I tell the Lord.
And you know, I knew that Church That Hook would be no problem for him when he did that Sugar Don't Go on Grits video. I was like, oh,
man,
Church That Hook is nothing for him. That thing blessed me. Like, I played that so many times, and I was like, he's just talking about sugar and grits, but this is so good. So good. So
let me tell you, I thought
about.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was telling you, I was thinking about putting Sugar Don't Go on Grits on the next worship CD.
You should.
Should.
I'm all for it.
I got
all
you,
for it because sugar does not. Whoever's watching does not go on grits. All right.
It's
it does
jelly.
Not.
Come on, Prophet.
Jelly goes on grits.
No, that's even worse.
What?
I put strawberry jelly on my grits.
No, Mignon, you are not allowed that to cook out anymore. No.
We don't tell nobody that.
All right, Pastor Key, before we go, can you please tell us what we can expect from you in the near future, and also how we can reach you on social media as well?
I'm going to fly. I'm working on Dad's movie right now. Mignon didn't even know this, but in a week or so, we start working back on the soundtrack. She's done work on it and has no clue. All she was doing what I asked her to do. Another project I'm really excited about that Mignon's also working on with me is 10 Women, 10 Victories. Project I started on with Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin before both of them died. And I'm super excited about trying to finish that before my birthday, June the 4th. I've got a worship project. I've got a choir project. Little Rufus has another project. On Valentine's Day, I think I'm going to release a little bit of my wedding project. I have a secular project. I redid a couple of songs. I did the Michael Jackson, I'll Be There, and I did the song by the Stylistics, Stone in Love with You. I'm super excited about that. And the Rance Allen tribute. So we've got a lot of work. And the John P. Key tribute record. I said, I'm not waiting to die. Y'all put some people together that I don't even like. So I'm going to go on and finish that record as well. But I'm working really hard, and I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be new. Catch me on Instagram at Keetwit, Keetwit. On Facebook, official Pastor John P. Key official, and John P. Key. Twitter, Keetwit, Keetwit. And y'all keep on hanging out and praying for Uncle John.
And see, Mignon, he's a Gemini like me. No wonder he is as great as he is. See, these Geminis, these June
both
Geminis
of us,
we run this thing.
Yeah.
We thank you, Unc. We're so privileged to have you with us today. And before we go, do you have any encouraging words you want to share with our viewers?
Absolutely. I didn't see her face, but one of the producers of the show told a very warm story about her father and how her father was listening to my music in the midst of transition. And that has touched my heart in a special way because my mother's getting older now. We talk about all those great songs and concerts she used to travel to. But I want to encourage anybody that's going through or that has lost a loved one and you're feeling like it's just a heavy heart. I need you to know something, that they were never here forever. God put them here on loan. So I need you to do me a favor today. Reach back like she did and grab those great memories and really celebrate that life. This is so corny. On the 25th of this month is when my grandmother got her wings. She got her wings, and that's the same day I paid the church off. And I just looked, this is crazy, in the digits that gave the business number, and it was her birthday, 6/11/1912. So you know what? We just never know. I believe that God's going to really bless those that are listening, but those that have lost loved ones, get encouraged, because I believe you're going to grab those good memories and great things are about to happen in your life.
Wow. There y'all have it from the great, the one and only John P. Key. Y'all love on your mother, love on your father, love on your family,
all of
love
that.
on your friends.
All of that.
But you just never know when it's going to be the last time.
You never
We're
know.
so excited. Don't forget to stay with us every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Hope TV, where you're going to find nothing but good tea and amazing worship. So y'all know what time it is. We're finna shoot over to this live performance from our unc. Now he's Corey's unc, I guess. But he from our unc.
Corey!
John.
I love
Bye,
you
y'all.
guys.
Have a good
Love you.
This song is for those that know without a doubt in their mind, I made it out all right. I made it out all right. I made it out all right. I did. I made it out. I made it out all right. Thank you. You didn't leave me no forsaken. Thank you. You didn't let my enemies take me. I'm still. I made it out. Yo, Toby. Oh, help me. I made it all right. Ooh, made it out all right. Came out of my tragedy, and I win. I made it out all right, y'all. Thank